Today's lesson is on coordinate plane basics. We are going to use the coordinate plane and ordered pairs, and we're going to use those to find the slope of lines eventually and compare them and see if they are parallel or not, or if they're perpendicular or not. So today we're going to review the basics. So a couple things to note. There is an x-axis and there is a y-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal. Horizontal is the horizon. It's the left to right, like this. And this is the vertical, the y-axis. It is the vertical, oops, see, look at me just drawing the same things. Vertical axis, okay? One way to keep that in mind is just look at the letters, right? X is flatter than Y. Y goes up and down more. So you can kind of go with that. All right, so in the bell ringer, you learn how to do grid paper on your notes app. So I'm just going to hand draw a grid here on my grid paper. Now, I'm not using the Notes app. Mine is OneNote. It's a little different, but same idea. And then I'm going to show you a few things. So if you go up, so as you travel up or right, up and right, that is always positive. Meanwhile, when you go left or if you go down, so left or down the axes, so let's label these two as well. This is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. As you go left and down, those are negative. All right, so that means that if you're up here, your ordered pair, so let's talk about ordered pairs for just a second. Ordered pairs, those are the two numbers that you get with a comma in between them, and they tell you where on the coordinate plane to put something, and that's going to go x comma y. So you're going to go over left or right and then up or down based on whether it's positive or negative. So ordered pairs in the upper right hand quadrant are going to be positive, positive. Ordered pairs in the bottom left, where you are left and down, those are going to be negative, comma, negative numbers. And then the other ones are going to be combinations. So you got to make sure you're going the right direction. So if you are in the bottom right-hand corner over here, you're going to go positive to the right, but then you're going to go down, which is negative. And conversely, over here on the top left, you're going to go negative, which is left, so left and negative go together, and then positive is up, and that's the direction numbers would be, or points would be in that quadrant. Now the quadrants are numbered, but I don't really bother with those because it's really irrelevant to most things we do. I'd rather you know the positive and negative locations versus whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right, so today what we're going to do is practice plotting points and also naming the ordered pair from points that are already plotted. So let's take a look at how that works. All right, so number 1, it's S is 1 comma negative 9. So I'm going to plot that point. So my thinking, I'm going to write my thinking down here. So you always start here at the origin in the middle, that's 0, 0, called the origin. And you're going to go positive 1, that's to the right 1. And then we're going to go negative 9, and negative is down. So down 9. Boom, chakalaka right there. So my point is going to be right here. I'm going to name that point S. So always make sure you label the point if you're supposed to be. All right, the next one is a positive x value, so I'm going to go to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, this one only shows even numbers, so it's just the 5 is just the one in between. And then you're going to go up 7 up here. Mark that one. That was point R. And then point Q is 7. So all the way over to 7. And then it's a -2, so it's down 2. So our point is right here, and that is Q. All right? That is plotting a point. So I'm going to have you practice one. So take a moment and pause the video and go ahead and plot those points. All right, so now I'm going to show you the answers. So over 5, up 7, you would be right here for point U. Be careful with U and V. Those are not very good names for a letter or for points because they're hard to tell the difference between. So over 7 down -2 would be V. And 1, 2, over 1, up 2, right there, W. So those should be your points for number 2. All right, so let's scroll down here. Now this time they give us the number or the plots, the points, and then we have to find the ordered pair. All right, so D. So my thinking is this, is to get to D, so if I start at the origin again, and I go all the way out to where D is, that's -10. So I went -10, and then I'm going to go down 2 to get there. So that's going to be -2. And if you remember from earlier, if it's in this bottom left quadrant down here, these are always going to be, a negative, comma, negative number, which kind of look like a face. All right, so let's go look at E. So my thinking here is starting at 0, I go over 5. So I'm going to have 5 as my first number, and then I'm going to go up also 5. All right, then on the last one, F, I'm going to go all the way over the 10 and up 5. So it's kind of actually a combination of the other two. All right. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Pause the video and then come back when you're done and check your answers to what I do. All right, the answer is here, -10, 2. K is going to be 2, -5. And L is going to be -4, -5. All right, so hopefully that worked out for you and you did those correctly. Now you have some practice problems to do, and that'll be it.